like the music? Welcome to Australia's richest 250 people. By the way, this data is 2019, okay? So by the time we see all these things have changed anyway. As you know, I like very high music and all, so always high music. It almost feels like I'm in a nightclub at my own place, right? So so let's look. Okay, so the data is from 2019, but what is more important is not the order. Who is your number one, who is your number 10, who is your number 90. The important things is the information and the name of a person, what businesses they are involved in, right? So that's what we're trying to do. Okay, so as of 2021, this is 2022, but I'm just looking at the internet and it just says 2021 Australia's top 10 rich list. Okay, so Mr. Harry obviously ranks at number 6, but doesn't matter. We'll give him number 3 because this is data from 2019. Okay, and by the way, I don't know which newspaper had this published, but it could be Australian, it could be Herald. There are only a couple of newspapers in Australia anyway, like the national newspaper, right? So anyone can take the credit. So okay, let's go. Okay, Harry HARRY TRIGUBOFF, Harry Triguboff. You know all the Meriton apartments, guys, you see around all in Australia. Where else do you see? Well, so far in Australia, right? Big name Meriton in Queensland, Sydney, everywhere. So the managing director is still, as of today, I think, is almost close to 90 and going very strong, is none other than Harry Triguboff. I hope I'm getting the last name correctly. If I mispronounce it, please pardon my English. Okay. So let's see what has it done, huh? Okay, obviously the net worth is $17.2 billion as we speak today. Okay, maybe it has gone a couple of $1 billion here and there, doesn't make any difference. Okay, so what else is okay, a lot of money. Obviously he made a lot of money through apartment. So the company Meriton Apartments started in 1963 and owns it in its entirety. So it's a family business, Meriton Apartments, right? I think he completely owns, like, kind of like majority of the business is owned by him. One of the articles says that Triguboff has put up more than 75,000 apartment buildings around Australia. He has put more than 75,000 apartments. That means basically 210, many apartments. However, there is just still something Harry could do that would make him super proud. That would make his whole family proud, right? I don't see that is happening. Well, if they meet me, I will let them know, right? I don't think that is happening here yet. No. There are a lot of Meritons, but there is not something, that something is needed. It's not always about billions and billions. It's something about bang, like wow. That thing is missing from here. Rest is good, obviously, a lot of money, Who would dispute $18 billion is a lot of money. So 1963, that means 1963 minus 2022, 2022 minus 1963, so almost a 60-year-old building. Definitely a lot of ups and downs probably in the apartment business, right? So but he's maintained it, like, let's quickly read. Okay, I've highlighted the key points, so let's quickly read what's here. Okay, I like what he says over here, right? So he says about his body, by the way, this is the handsome gentleman over here, if you can see it. He's having lunch and dinner, or I don't know what time it is, but he's definitely having something. A serious talk is going on. Okay, obviously with champagne, a serious talk with champagne. And when you're rich, by the way, you can have a lot of wines, which probably you might not drink in your lifetime, but you can collect them, collection. So he says that it is an old machine. You can paint it, means you can wear nice dresses, but you cannot change it. So also look after your health. When you're young, do whatever you can do, because you cut your hands, you're still okay. it can heal very quickly. You fall down, you have injuries, you can still cover up. But this one is really good. It is an old machine. You can paint it, you can wear all the luxurious clothes, but you cannot change it. Okay. By the way, I think you can change the body. There was a movie of Ryan Reynolds or something. It's some movie where they change the body. I forgot the movie name, but anyway, if you remember it, just write down. So there was a guy, and then he was there, something like that, and he changed the body or something like billionaire or something. I forgot that movie name. Okay, so 6 decades, more apartments than anyone in the country, making him the third wealthiest person on the rich list of richest 250. With a fortune calculated of 12.3 billion, obviously that money has increased to 17 billion, 17, 20. After 1 billion, everything looks the same, right? Seriously, I mean. Okay, Meriton apartment empire, he started in 1963, definitely, in a lot of places. So TRIGUBOFF says he wants to keep working hard because he owes it to the loyal Meriton staff to see the company through a tough period. So that is the true mark of a leader. That means whenever you're starting a company, it is not only about yourself. A lot of people's jobs, their livelihoods, their bills, their home is run through you. So it's a very big responsibility. We think like people enjoy a lot, all these rich people, but they also have enormous responsibilities as well, because they have to see the company through. And to maintain a company for almost 60 years is a very challenging work, trust me. A lot of businesses fell within 1-2 years, right? 3 years, 60 years, man. Come on. Let's give him some credit, right? And in this article, it also says that once you build an empire, now you have built a very nice big company, but how do you hand it over to your sons, grandsons, or next generation? That becomes super difficult. And in Australia, a lot of people have problems with that. Gina Reinhardt had problems with her kids, right? Bianca and John. What else? Lindsay Fox, trucking property and airport fortune. They had a little bit of dysfunctional, like, succession. And it also writes that is Morgan. Okay, so they had a really big business, I think, but it was broken up in 1995. So Moses, oh wow, Moses, are you here to teach us something? Moses is Morgan, Moses, Smorgon. You can Google and read it in your own free time. Okay, this is just information I'm giving you for the students. Okay, or even for anybody who is in business, who is watching it. So their family business was broken up in 1995 and sold off, and the family wealth is now split at least 7 ways. So when you're splitting in 7 ways, you're not strong. But when you come as one and you keep investing for at least a couple of years, you make more profit. Okay? If you put 5,000 here, 5,000 here, 5,000 here, 5,000 here, the returns are very less. But when you put all the money together, bang! That's a little tips for billionaires. The return is more because you're already a billionaire or millionaire, right? And what else is there? Someone is impressed by the example of Frank Lowy, blah blah blah. Okay, nothing much. Okay. So Harry Triguboff also says that I haven't finished mine yet. So when he was asked about his succession plan, he says, although I am like 80, by this time this article was used, he was 86. Although I'm 86-year-old, I haven't finished my innings yet. God, I haven't finished mine yet. You should have been a cricket player. You would have taken Australia to new heights, definitely. Jokes apart. Man. While now in his 9th decade, so that means almost 90, is still in the office by 10 a.m. And I just woke up at 10 a.m. God, look, something to learn, right, from here, on weekdays. And he texts like, that's after reading newspaper, doing an hour of exercise, and taking all my bloody medicines. I'm sure he will say like this, taking all my bloody fucking medicines. I have to go to the office by 10. At his mansion in Vaucluse. By the way, Vaucluse is a nice area. You can go travel, dream big. Oh, wow. Nice mansions, Vaucluse. Vaucluse. That's the spelling. Okay. You can go there. Nice houses are there. Obviously see it. And on a weekend, he will do another 10 hours of marathon reading and paperwork. So, you see, there's a lot of reading. As a leader, oh, there's a lot of reading. Definitely people are working hard, but a lot of reading, planning, strategic moves are required as a leader. You know, this plan, that plan, I have to do this, do that, read, profit loss, whatever is coming up your way, right? Probably the governmental changes, all that needs to be done. You know, you don't make billions just like that. So definitely I would encourage every student to at least read a little bit. And you're not even reading for your own English test, you see. Here people are reading 10 hours, you know. It's crazy. On a weekend, come on, right? If it's good times, you do not learn anything, he says. I agree and disagree to this point. Why? Because you can't always have bad times. See, in your body, you can't always have pressure. When you have too much pressure, high blood pressure, boom, 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 right? You need just enough pressure for you to succeed. Because when you have good times, only from good times, you can go to great times, even greater times, right? But if you have up, down, learning is there, but there is not much fun, okay? So good times, great times, better times, right? That's how you go up, okay? Anyway, he loves to work. I don't love to work, by the way. I love, but I don't love. And doesn't like the look of the lives of his retired friends. They are miserable, he says. Yeah. Once you're doing something, you retire and you don't have that spiritual connection, which is very, very important, by the way. Okay. Then you feel kind of like quite lost. And his grandson, I think Daniel and Ariel Handler. Okay, look at this wonderful people here, Daniel and Ariel Handler. One is listening to his grandfather, the other one is like busy on, I want to say, social media. Perhaps Tinder, Bumble. I'm not advertising for them, but anyway, they don't need Tinder and Bumble. They'll have Tinder, Bumble around them all the time, right? Once you have that much money, come on, right? So he also says that before I die, don't worry about it. He says laughingly at the thought. So what he actually said was that his grandson, they still have a lot to learn. Daniel and Ariel will be in the business, but you can't expect them to run it yet. And if they expect to run it, I will sack them on the same day. Before I die, don't worry, I'm the boss. That's what he says, and which is good. But also as a good general, sometimes your succession, you have to give them the succession, you have to see their decision making skills, and you do the final approval, right? So you back off, you let them go to the jungle, hunt the food, and you see, oh wow, yeah, that deal is good, this deal is not good, okay, take tack, and then they can also learn, because eventually you have to hand them the business at some point or the other, right? So it's better to hand them, and then you make the final decision too. You make the final decision, and if they have made certain decisions in business, you ask them, hey, why did you do this? With what thought, with what advisory board did you take that decision? And are you sure about this decision? How much percent are you sure about this decision you are taking, my grandsons, right? So once you do that, you can give your own intellectual input, because obviously 60 years in business, lots of up and down, right? One person has seen a lot, and so that's how you do it, okay? That's how you make your grandsons stronger. You have to send them to the battlefield. Also, more than 75,000 apartments. Look, Meriton has done a really wonderful job in Australia, okay? But personally, I think there is still that one spark that is left, that one thing. If I get a chance to meet with him and talk 1 minute, I think he will do that thing too. Because apartments, man, Meriton. Yeah, it's Meriton, yeah, it's Meriton, yeah, billions of dollars, yeah, but, that craziness, that one sparkling thing, will do immense good for you, okay? Anyway, ciao, see you later, students, or whoever is watching this video. Thank you so much for taking the time, almost like a 15-minute long video. I hope you have learned something, but the key takeaway point is that no matter how big empire you build, there might be succession problems. However, you can take the example of Warren Buffett. I don't think he had any succession problem. He gave 1 billion to one of his son. I think, hey, you bloody fucking play piano, bitch. Not bitch, but hey, you just play piano or something like that, right? And he's giving away so much of money to charities. See? It's crazy, you know. So that's about it. Other key takeaway point is obviously look after your body, you know, because you can make billions, but at the end, your health is also very important. And as a leader, you're not only working for yourself and making billions, but definitely through a hard time, you're also making the company more sustainable. You're protecting the company because a lot of other people's lives is dependent on your decision making. So that also helps you out. Okay, so ciao ciao, bye bye, and then I'll make another video again. So today is like bang 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 bang, full on. My God, from morning till night. See you later.